Hello and welcome to the Be Glad movement. My name's Pollyanna and I'm on a mission to bring you as many stories as possible of good coming out of bad and reasons to be glad. And today I'm joined by Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Polly.
Oh, thanks so much for joining us. Sarah, why don't we just dive straight in and tell us your story? Tell us about who Sarah was back in the day and what happened to you.
Yeah. Well, it was all going so well. Had a nice job in financial services and living in a nice flat in Horsham, and really nice busy life. But could find myself sort of going downhill and struggling with health, particularly energy levels. And then all of a sudden, it just got to the point where I just wasn't functioning. Really, could hardly get into work. And if I did, I would just come home and just crash out. A lot of pain and just general illness symptoms.
Okay, so lots of pain and lack of energy.
Yeah, basically, some random pain, whether it was headaches or my limbs, and just generally really unwell. And it was the fatigue that just kept getting worse and worse. And in the end, I really just couldn't get into work at all. And it just kept spiralling downhill. To the point where I needed help, just to have shopping brought in. I was going to stay with my mum for long periods of time. I just couldn't manage by myself. You just manage the very basics of life, and that was it. So it was just very frightening how quickly it was just spiraled down. Yeah.
So that must have been really, really scary to suddenly having gone from full health to then being a complete lack of energy, which got worse and worse and worse. What did your doctor say about it?
Well, I sort of had kind of fever, and they didn't touch anything for that to start with, but then were quite dismissive for a time and had various tests which all came back negative. And one doctor just said, "Well, I can't help you." So that was even worse, more of a nightmare, because you're living this nightmare, and then it's like there's no help at all, no support.
Right.
Which was very strange, very difficult to deal with. Then I did meet some good doctors who were sympathetic, but really it was just a case of sitting it out. He can't even really give you any great advice. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome and/or fibromyalgia, depending on which doctor you saw. They called it something different.
Right.
Yeah. So that was how it went, really.
Crikey. And how long did that go on for?
Worst of it was a couple of years. I was really housebound. Before that, I think I had been declining for a while, struggling with energy levels. But yeah, the real severe symptoms, it was a couple of years of being really unwell. And mainly in bed, really, the last few months of that.
Right, you were bedridden with that. Goodness me.
Some of the time, yeah. I remember my goal was around October 2006. And my goal was go out shopping in one of my friends to take me around the shops in Horsham in a wheelchair to see, what was out for Christmas lights and Christmas shopping.
Right.
And it just wasn't well enough. So no.
Crikey. So when you were bedridden all that time, what was going through your mind? Were you thinking, right, this is my life for the rest of my life, or
No, I didn't let myself think like that, really. I did stay positive. I thought there has to be a solution at some point. Surely I'll get better, because you did hear I went to some of the support groups, some of which were very kind and helpful. And some of them I couldn't really find any solutions or any positive ending or outcome. But I did hear of people who got well. So then you think, well, there must be potential possibility to get through this. So that was what kept me going. Just staying positive as possible.
Right. So what was the turning point for you? How did you get better?
Well, I made contact with some other people who were unwell, And one of them went along to something called the lightning process, and I couldn't really get my head around what it was at the time, and obviously limited funds to be trying things. I hadn't really tried many alternative therapies. Then I spoke to her, and she'd suddenly made this great recovery, which was astounding. And then I spoke to another lady, and she'd been ill for over 40 years. She'd been really unwell.
Wow.
I went on the lightning process and was really well.
So this lady was ill for 40 years, you say?
She'd been ill on and off, and sometimes severely ill for 40 years. And she heard about the lightning process. I think actually after all she'd been through, she felt quite cynical about anything, any kind of treatment or hope. But she went along and fully recovered. So again, it was astounding to hear that. So then I booked myself in, and this was then into November 2006. I went along, and it's a 3-day training, so not a treatment, but a training seminar, if you like. And yeah, I was out, I would walk each evening. I was doing a bit more walking, stayed up watching television, and then within a few days I was out and about. People were absolutely amazed. And yeah, I went literally from not being able to go out in a wheelchair to going out doing my own Christmas shopping. So it was absolutely incredible.
Wow, that is incredible. I have heard of this lightning process before, twice now. This sounds pretty amazing. So what would you...
Go on, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
It's just really a relationship between the mind and the body, and how the mind influences the body to heal itself. So, yeah.
Excellent. So essentially you were able to heal yourself with the power of your mind and your thinking.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so tell me what you feel like, having come through the other end, what do you think you gained from that experience?
Resilience, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What did I gain? Well, it was just life changing, going to the lightning process and be able to use that in everyday life. Just changing thought patterns, changing the way you feel and your outlook. That was the biggest turnaround. But yeah, just appreciating everything that you have and everything you're able to do.
Right.
Journey of recovery. The first time you drive your car, then getting back to work, getting out socialising again.
Sure.
Just incredible.
Getting out Christmas shopping again, hey?
Shopping again is the main thing, isn't it? Yeah. Just phenomenal, really. It's things you take for granted.
Fantastic. Yeah, I guess, like you say, things you take for granted, when you're able to do everything that any normal, if there is such thing as a normal person, but any average person can do, and then to have it taken away from you, does then give you that appreciation once you reclaim it, if you can. Fantastic. So what would your message be to anybody that is going through such a tough time as you did? What would you say to someone like that?
Always to seek help, speak to people. Speak to people who have recovered. I think that's the key thing. If you can find people who have completed their journey, then that's model what they're doing. That's most inspiring. Obviously, I recommend the lightning process. That's particularly for my condition was ME and ME chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia.
Sure.
That's what I'd recommend. But yeah, I think just staying positive. Keeping going.
Fantastic. And it's interesting you say that speaking to people that have recovered, which is exactly what we're doing now, by sharing your story. Hopefully that's going to reach somebody that maybe is going through the same as what you went through, and they'll be able to see that you survived it, and there is or can be light at the end of the tunnel, definitely.
I think that mix of people who are well and recovered, and see how they got through it and how they got well again. Yeah.
I know that you were so impressed with the lightning process that you're actually looking into becoming a practitioner yourself now, aren't you?
Yes, so on that journey of training, which is brilliant, and through it met lots of other people who have had a similar journey as well,
Right.
and have had recovery from all sorts of illness. So yeah, that's been really inspiring. But yeah, starting the training, which is really, really exciting.
Excellent. So you're not only have you recovered, you're going to be able to help other people recover as
Yeah,
well.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing to see other
Oh,
people, see that change in other people.
yeah. No, I'm sure that's going to be really rewarding, really, really rewarding. Well, I wish you all the very best of luck with that. I hope it goes really well and you get your certificate, presuming you get a certificate and trained up
Yes,
ASAP. I'm
yes,
sure
yes,
you'll help lots of people. So thank you so much, Sarah. I really appreciate you joining me and sharing your story. If
yeah,
you liked this video, then please do subscribe to the YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, you'll get notifications when new videos are uploaded. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, whichever one you prefer. And please do get in touch if you've got a story to share. It doesn't matter if it's similar to somebody else's story, because I truly believe that your story is going to speak to someone in your voice. Your story at the right time will speak to someone in the right moment. So please do get in touch if you'd like to share your story. The Be Glad movement is totally a platform for everybody to be able to share their stories of good coming out of bad and reasons to be glad. So I look forward to seeing you all in another episode.